Hi, welcome to the Stockinit Zombies. I'm Amy, also known as Janitma.
And I'm Megan, also known as Just Run It, and this is episode 85. So we had our little special episode, and I called that 84 because it was long. It wasn't like a special 20-minute, 15-minute little short guy. That was substantial. It was meaty.
Yes.
So,
and we understand if you didn't make it to the end.
Although, when we held up those totes, I was watching it back to try to, I had, obviously I had to do some editing. We held up the totes. Max was laying right here, and he was like looking up at them like, doom, there's yarn coming down on me. He stayed put, I obviously didn't squish him good enough, but, so that was exciting. So, we survived the zombie apocalypse. And oh my gosh, it was like an apocalypse. I mean, people were descending upon Rochester, Minnesota, and they were fantastic.
A very
people.
Friendly apocalypse.
Yes, they were fantastic people.
Yeah.
There was a lot of buzz in Rochester about what a zombie apocalypse was. And somebody relayed to me the conversation that they heard with a teenage boy and their parent in the lobby of the hotel, where the son was like, well, duh, Dad, like, obviously it's like a zombie apocalypse, but they knit. They were like, that seemed really intuitive to that teenage boy.
Yeah.
Maybe he was just geeky enough that he got us.
Yeah, he understood it.
He got us.
We do sometimes act like teenage boys.
I have no idea what you're talking about. A cue to you playing Cards Against Humanity and me constantly saying, that's what she said.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Which is on my shirt. We had people sign our shirts, and they said they were open to little conversation bubbles because there's little people, and so this one's saying that's what she said. That's what she said. Yeah. So that's awesome. And so we'll probably have retreat stuff sprinkled throughout
this episode.
Episode, but then possibly the last recap at the end there for a while with the retreat. When I do my little time marking, retreat info.
Yeah. There you go.
A commemorative last one. So, all right, administrative.
Yes, we got lots.
We do. We put off a lot of stuff.
We did.
So we had a dis or dat. Yay, dis or dat, and windswept one.
Boo.
But Amy's thinking about cheating.
I want to cast on both of them.
Which isn't really cheating, because she really has to knit them both. But I'm wondering which one's going to get more work done on it.
Well, I actually have the yarn balled and ready to go for the windswept.
Okay.
That won.
So the windswept one, I finally picked a winner. So
very lovely sweater.
It is, indeed. And it also is convertible, like most pullovers are, to a cardigan. But I believe the instructions are specified. So you can just do a double garter band and make it into a cardigan if you want. But we had 244 entries, which is a fantastic number of entries for a dis or dat. So that means we drew 3 numbers in numeric order: 29, 204, and 213. So number 29 is Nutmeg Knits, and that's with a K. The nut is K-N-U-T, Meg Knits, and that's Meg. Fantastic name. And she chose Julissa, which was not the winner. But
you're welcome to get whatever pattern you want.
Yes.
You choose.
Yes, but it would be awesome if you could KL with us. Mm-hmm. It starts here in a little bit. 204 was Slipping in Between. That is Shiloh, and she chose Windswept. So congratulations, Shiloh. And 213 was Victoria Blue, who is actually named Victoria. And she also chose Windswept. So you guys chose winners. Sorry, I just got to rub it in because it's like the first time I've won, I think.
I don't think so, but it's been a while.
It has been a while since we've done one, and I just have memories of
Losing.
losing. So if those 3 winners want to contact me or Amy, hopefully not both because you can't get it twice. But yeah, if you want to try me, you can try me. I'm willing to say that I'll dole out those 3 patterns since I was the winner. Winner gets to distribute.
There you
It's
go.
a fun new rule. Amy's like, I'm going to choose the one that doesn't win every single time. Okay.
Start picking ugly acrylic sweaters. Just take
I
it.
doubt that very much. I doubt that very much. We also had the retreat play-at-home options.
Yay!
That I drew for. So, we don't have for each day we're going to have 2. We have a goodie bag, which you saw in episode 84. If you're interested, go check it out. Also, there's some fabulous sponsors in that episode.
Yeah, enabling hardcore.
Galore. Fantastic faces, too, because you know that they supported us, that they're good peeps. 4 zombie thumbs up. 4 zombie thumbs up. But we've got 2 skeins of Sheep Dreamery yarn and 1 braid of first draft fiber, and then the other 3 are going to be hoe bags. That's a good looking hoe, and then combined with the goodie bag. So you'll get this, and then the goodie bag and the goodie bag contents with the cup, which I do nothing but drink out of, and all the other stuff we showed off in that episode. So I went through, and Thursday, sorry if I'm off screen there, putting my cup back. We had 2 through 72 entries, because I believe you were the first entry on all of the threads. And the winners for that one were 8 and 29 in numeric order. I am OCD or CDO. Alita Casey was number 8, and it's her birthday today. Talk about karma. Yeah, I saw the little
Happy birthday.
Yay! I saw the little cake on her. And then 29 is Yarn is Fun. So,
Yarn is fun.
So we're going to go with the goodie bag and hoe bag for the first number drawn. And then how about the first person to contact us and say they want the fiber? Get the fiber, and then the other 2 get the yarn. So, do you want me to do these, Miss Amy? Put you on the spot here. Do you want people to contact you or moi?
You.
Okay, Thursday, me. So, Alita Casey and Yarn is Fun, please contact me. And again, whoever is the first to say they want the fiber so Yarn is Fun, if you want the fiber, get on it. Get on it. Friday, we had 2 through 147. What happened? Everybody wanted to be in on a Friday. So the 2 numbers for that were 30 and 80. So 30 was Mrs. McElrath, and she will be getting the goodie bag and hoe bag. Contact me with your address information. And Hoodlum Knit, you can get the fiber if you want, or you can go with the yarn. If nobody contacts me and says, I would love the fiber, I'll just randomly distribute the 3 prices. So if you want the fiber, let it be known. Last Saturday, we had 2 through 82. And the winners were 15 and 42. So 15 was Darius Mom, Darias Mom. And then 42 was Corey, Coryl. Coryl. And so Darius Mom, you get the goodie bag and the hoe bag. And Coryl, you can be in on the running for the fiber or the yarn. So thank you for playing at home.
Yes,
I still need to, and I have the...
And I will apologize for not personally opening any V-cans. My understanding that there was a handful of people but they didn't publish them in our thread. That was a little more than I thought, like to sit down and think about publishing a V-can while you're in the midst of it all. It was just one more thing that I just...
There was a lot going on. There was lots going on.
But I opened the thread.
Yes.
Except for the oops on the last day, but it did get open.
And I still need to, I think I'm going to give out 5 of the 5K awards.
Okay.
And so you have up until this Saturday, I'll get them out there shortly to say, I ran a walk to 5K.
Uh-huh.
And if we have more than the 5 entries, then I can randomly draw. But it was fun. They've got yarn from Oodles Noodles, which is Knit Spin Love, I believe, was her Etsy shop. I used her hand spun that she sent me all the way from Australia, I believe, to make lanyards. And then the winner got the remainder of the ball, which was quite a lot. And so I've got these that will make great keychains. And they were also, I wore mine on my lanyard.
Cool.
So, yep. So yeah, mental note, open threads. I did a bad job at opening them during the retreat for that very same reason. Find computer, sit down, open thread. I think that was all the administrati that we had. We have that KL going on next month, starting in July and August for the windswept. Yep. And the self-striping is still going on. Got one more week here in June.
Yes.
July 1st is creeping up on us on Monday.
Get those entries in.
Yes. And our recording schedule, I just thought of this, might be a little odd next week. We'd be recording on the 3rd. Okay.
I'm not going anywhere.
Okay. Good. Okay. We both just got done with the vacation, right?
Yeah, totally did.
I don't think I have anything else for administrative. He's kind of hugging the bag. You love the bag.
I don't know if you can see him, but he's hugging the bag.
I love the bag, Maxie, don't you? Yes, you do. So, do you have any FOs?
I do.
Yay, FOs.
Newly minted. I just finished it today. It is a sweater for my daughter. It is the My Honey by Lena Noodle. And my daughter picked out the sparkly pearl buttons. And it was a fun knit. It's got this, Gina from Plymouth Yarns. It's a, Noro-like base. No veggie matter in it, so it's a little different. And, I don't know. I like how it turned out. You got the longer stripes on the sleeves and the shorter stripes on the body, and it's got a little bit of an A-line to it.
It looks like it would be a little big for her, will it not?
She tried it on today, and the sleeves are like just about perfect, right down to her wrist, and it is a little wide on her.
She's a little wee thing.
But its wideness was due to the fact that I used a worsted, and it's a thick and thin, so it was almost a little bit up to, not worsted, more than worsted, and bigger needles than what the pattern called for. So, but I still knit the length measurements to her specifically, so it might be a lot positive ease. But it seemed to fit her okay, and she seemed to like it, and when winter comes, it can kind of be a jacket.
Yeah, yep. She's got some growing she can do between now and when she'll be able to wear it.
And this length of bubble sleeve seems to be very trendy. Look at my sleeves.
I think Amy just called herself trendy.
Oh, I did, didn't I? I'm from Minnesota. Take that with a grain of salt.
Minnesota, eh?
Yes. But that's it.
All right. I have, I finished my Bonnie, which people at the retreat saw. I wore it on Saturday at the marketplace. I've got lots of, it's kind of form-fitting, if you haven't noticed by me holding it up. So people were kind of like, can I feel it? And I was like, yeah, here, let me hold it a little bit outside. It is awesome, because remember, my one regret is that people couldn't feel it. So we did have people that could feel it. It would be really nice to wear it without the tank top underneath it, because it's super soft, but yeah, that would be what my husband wanted to do when we were taking the fish object pictures. And I was like, no. I'd put myself all on the internet, but not like that. So this is the Bonnie by Tin Can Knits. I knit it out of Marigold Jen BFL lace, because it was the same as the BFL silk lace. It was the same. I had quite a substantial ball left.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And I made it, my modifications were that I cast on about an inch underneath here, and I worked it up, and then I worked it down to where I knew I had enough length I also added an I-cord bind off because I didn't want it to roll as much as the pattern had it, and I didn't block the neck very substantially. The picture in the pattern has this really far out, and I was like, well, I'm okay with it being a little closer to the chest. Yeah. I don't have the chest to fill that out, if you know what I mean. So I just left it as it was. But I'm noticing, as this is laying on the couch next to my other FO, which I've already claimed, so this is kind of like a count it twice type thing, but I never got to show it to you. Very similar kind of purpley colors, yeah. I mean, when you hold them up next to each other, this one's very dark, and this one seems a lot more purple, but very fun knit. I don't know why I don't knit more things without sleeves. So it was done, and I was like, woohoo! I don't have another week of finishing sleeves to do. Because that's just about how it goes. You do the body, and then you... So this is the Moon Dance by Jenna Kapoor. Retro Lemon. Retro Lemon's designs, and her podcast is Retro Lemon Studios. She unveiled it at the Zombie Knitpocalyptic marketplace, and she's doing a knit-along currently with it. Ooh. This is the MCS of Sun Valley Fibers, and so if you were at the Zombie Knitpocalyptic retreat, Jeanette of Sun Valley Fibers was wearing it, because I was like, here, you must wear it. Didn't really go with my body. It's a really great pattern. It's kind of a, I believe Heartland Knits said in her podcast, more of a stitch pattern sampler. So you get a lot of different lace panels, but it was a fun knit. It went fairly quickly for me. There was no stockinette zombie-ification for me at all. I did not block it severely, although I did block points at the end. Trying to think of anything else that I wanted to say about this. Yeah, loved meeting Jenna in real life and seeing the original that was in the pattern. Yep.
How long's her knit-along going on? I have to go find the deeds.
Yeah, I think it's at least July it started with when it came out. I don't know. I'm sorry. Dates me.
That's all right. You had it done already, so why would you pay attention?
Yes. Yes. But a very satisfying knit. It turned out beautifully, and I can't say enough good things about this MCS. It looks really nice all knit up as lace, as well as stockinette and garter. So, yeah. And I think she did pretty well at the marketplace with it. So, the MCS. Because she brought a lot. There wasn't a lot left when I went over there. And those are my two FOs. So what are you working on over there?
I have my folded, and it's not gotten very far since the last time you saw it. I was working on the other FO, and this is the only other active whip, and I think I tried to do a row of it on the retreat, and my gauge was so crazy off the wall that I just put it away, and I never touched it again because I had a hard time getting gauge. I knit very little at the retreat, very little, and I think anything that I did knit I had to rip out. So it was not worth it.
Yes.
But I'm back to knitting on this again, and hopefully we'll see some more love, or maybe the windswept will have to be cast on and this will be put back in the corner. I don't know.
Nobody puts folded in the corner.
Well, it's a lot of stockinette.
It is.
It's a lot.
That's why it's really funny that you chose to knit that at a similar time as when I was going to be knitting that Bonnie, because that reminded me that's why I did the provisional cast on in the middle, because with that one I was like, that would have been perfect.
Yeah. There's a lot of things. I kind of want to do the sleeves for this afterthought type sleeves. So whatever you want to call it.
Oh yeah,
is
that one?
I think it's the one where you kind of have to knit the sleeves too, and then get them all together at the same time.
Fun.
I don't want to do that.
So I can see not wanting to do that.
That I will have to change.
I got a decent amount. I very stupidly was working on this, which is kind of like I'm just making up as I go along, and I get to a point and I end up ripping it out, and I get to another point and I end up ripping it out. In fact, like as much as what you said, I don't think at the end of the weekend that I really had made much progress. It was more like 2 steps forward, 2 steps back. Like I didn't rip out more. No, actually I did end up ripping out more because I made the straightaway, the shoulder sections shorter. So I knit them both to a certain point. Let's just say, X. And I ended up doing X minus 3 or something like that. So I ripped out more than I knit, actually. Negative knitting. But
she made it more of a Megan than an Amy. I would have wanted it down there.
I brought her back up. And then the armholes I'm going to end up seaming.
Oh, yeah.
Because otherwise, it just didn't.
It's muscle tee.
It is. I mean, I'll end up wearing a tank underneath it, obviously. So you could leave it like that if you wanted, but I'm going to seam it up because it looks really long right now, but it is not. If I hold it up on my shoulders and make it the width that it needs to be, it's kind of short already. But yeah, I like it. This is some universal yarn. I'm saying that. I think I have the universal yarn. Obviously, it's yarn. It's discontinued. Summer linen. Steel blue. Knit, relax, smile, repeat. It's 50% cotton, 50% linen. And I like it. I bought it back when I didn't really understand. This is one of my first Webs orders. And I bought it back when I didn't understand how many yards things took. So I was thinking that this was going to become some nice cotton linen breezy, long sleeve thing. And I only bought like 4 of those 100 yard. Yeah. Well, I was new at it.
Yeah.
4 50-gram balls at 126 yards.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah. So it's going to be a tank.
Yeah.
I've got, I just joined this ball with the magic knot in, and I've got another one, and I've got some odds and ends floating around in here somewhere. Not that this is going to constitute much length, but yeah, it'll be a nice tank top. And again, I'm trying to take notes on what I'm doing, but it's not an exact science.
Yeah.
I think I measured things at a certain point, and I have the stitch pattern obviously written down, and I did my gauge swatch so I know that it would fit up across my bust. But other than that, most of this progress has been like post-retreat knitting. Post-apocalyptic knitting. And then that was generally when I was in the main room and not running around, and this was when we were sitting and waiting at restaurants. So I turned my heel, my OMG heel, that I have to write up, because people want to knit it, and I'm sorry.
Yeah, me.
I mean, like, people that really want to knit. Like, people that have their sock to the right point already and are, like, waiting on me with bated breath to do it. So, yep, and I've just continued on up with my little slip. Amy's like, we talked too much before we got started talking and recording. But yeah, almost a hoe, and I am woefully behind because these were my May, I believe, and it's almost July. So yeah, I know. It's a good thing that I can
way behind.
Buckle down, Brown.
Finished one.
Buckle down, Brown. But you will see in enabling that
There's more stripes have entered.
Head down in shame. Stripes. I'm going to have to knit a lot if I'm going to be at negative for this year. Let's just say that. I'm giving away one a month, and I'm supposed to be knitting one a month, and I still having problems. Yeah. But enabling? Question mark?
Oh.
I think that you have a whole huge bag full of enabling.
I do.
I do as well.
Okay.
In my 210th Street Designs bag.
My mom's bag. I made mom's bag.
It has to be so satisfying to be out there looking at all those pictures and see folks wearing it.
So Mine has market purchases and yarn crawl purchases in it.
And again, don't judge. No judgment.
Oh yeah, you can't. No, you can stop now if you're gonna judge me. I bought a small set of chagus. I have them.
I love them.
I was totally enabled by other folks. So somebody bought them.
Not me.
Well, somebody that day, right? That very day, right? Somebody bought them at the first shop, and then somebody was in line and had them in her hand. And I was like, oh, totally hand those over. Let me see the ones behind the counter. Let me see them. And I opened them up, and I started flipping through them, and I'm like, I need these. So I got these.
Nice. With like 5 eyes in there. Nice.
Yeah, nice. And then I got some Addie sock rockets, because I had to try them.
I had those as well.
I know, you
there's like space age materials in there.
And then the thing that I saw demonstrated was this fuzz remover.
Cool.
The ultimate fuzz remover. And
Whoa.
so it's got 3 different like shaver type things, but they're not shavers on them, and they demoed it for us, and I didn't know I was getting an orange handle. That was a surprise.
Fun.
And yeah. I saw it demoed, and we got 20% off at this Darn It Anyway store. So I went ahead and I grabbed one of those.
Excellent.
And I have a few sweaters that I will be giving that a try on, but I haven't yet, so I'll tell you more about it when I've actually had a chance to use it. Let's see. Another thing I bought on the yarn crawl is Vice. I think that this is the same one that Kim from Craft Stash got, the same color.
Very pretty.
If a Tree Falls. And
pretty neat.
yeah, I really liked this. I thought it was very pretty. And it's, of course, the 20% cashmere and silk, 10% silk. So it's just smushy and lovely and wonderful. And I have no idea what I'm going to knit out of it. It might just have to live as, one of those pretties that you just look at forever and have a hard time wanting to knit it just because it's pretty the way it is. And let's see if I got anything else. Oh, I got some yarn at Stephen B. So this is Malintosh TML in the Stephen B blue. It's very bright. Super, super bright. Yeah. It reminds me of Intense from Sun Valley. But this is definitely TML base.
And you Skyped with him, right?
Yeah, he was live from TNA. It did not work out super good. It might have just been the connection. But he showed us zombies that are all the rage. And he showed us like a bunch of green finished objects that were all over. And interviewed a few people that were on the floor nearby him, but I didn't recognize any of them immediately. And we had so many people wanting to check out and get going to the next thing that, but they treated us really well. Like the first shop had cookies, and Stephen B's had the Skype thing, but they also had tea and coffee for us in little teacups and crafts, and it was very proper. Wasn't disposable cups or anything. It was very proper. And then my, third shop, Lila and Claudine's, they gave us a little kit on the way back, and I think that's in here. And if not, I apologize. It'll get shown later. And because it might be in my other bag. Shoot. Darn. But that's where I bought the needles. And then, Amy and Carly at Darn It Anyway treated us really special, gave us 20% off food. And so a lot of purchases were made there, like the Vice. And anyway, let's see what else we got. Crinkle.
Amy chose very meaningful locations for the yarn crawl.
Yes. So the first stop on our trip was our first little tiny mini Saturday retreat.
Like meetup
type thing. And back
in 2011?
Yeah.
2011 or was it 2000?
No, it could have been early 2012. Yeah. But either way, the very first meetup ever. And then Stephen B's is just
A sight to behold.
a sight to beholden. Yeah, with chandeliers and and the glitter knitter is all about texture. So all of their sample knits are just, I don't know, super artistic. Think high couture fashion. Just very like whoa, seeing it down the runway kind of thing. Maybe not down in your supermarket kind of thing. And then Lila and Claudine's is just very interesting and eclectic. They have like antiques and I don't know, just
Rooms,
everything, and
really.
rooms and rooms and rooms and rooms, tons of space. And they were really fun. We really enjoyed that stop. And the last one, darn it, anyway, was the site of our first retreat. So it was like overnight, and we stayed at the local hotel down the street.
We had zombie birthday cake.
Yeah, we had zombie birthday cake because it was around our October time frame, and yeah, it was fun, and they treated us really well, and we came back and they treated us even better. I love them.
Yes.
It's a great shop.
And it's right there by the water, and it's very picturesque, and
Yeah. I want to say that a few people at our retreat had taken a recommendation of mine to go to Stillwater because they had an extra day in Minnesota before they were heading on a plane. So I don't remember, ladies, who names are escaping me right now, but let me know how it went. What did you think of Stillwater on a Sunday? It's still pretty touristy, so hopefully everything was wonderful and picturesque that day. Not too many storms or anything.
yeah.
But yeah, let me know how it went.
And then are the rest marketplace?
Yes.
So the marketplace set up on Saturday, and we had, I wasn't expecting it, but we had a line waiting for
Found one more. I got a shawl pin.
Beautiful.
There might be other little things hiding in there, but that was not at our retreat.
But I just got started on my little talk-up. And we had 17 fabulous vendors. We had the the balling station with the Stanwood Needlecraft, the horizontal, is that what you would call it? The one that lays on its side. It's not tall. It doesn't umbrella up.
It's the tabletop.
Tabletop. Swift. And the ball winder. And there was a lot of interest. There was a lot of excitement. I tried to kind of stand at the door and be like, no pushing, no running, no. Because everybody wanted to get in and get at it. The ballroom was a really nice location for the marketplace, I felt. And the Kaler did a great job of setting up the tables, and they looked really nice with as they were set up. I kind of didn't go get all of the stuff that I wanted, to be honest with you. I stood back and let people get the stuff, everybody else get first dibs, and then towards the end of the first 2 hours I walked around and I was kind of like, oh, bummer. I didn't get to buy everything that I wanted from everybody because I felt like everybody did really well, but I did get some things.
So I have not ordered from First Draft before, and I knew she was coming, so I'd been holding off, so I got 3. So I got Superwash BFL in the Witching Hour colorway. It's very dark, deep blue and purple.
Yeah.
Beautiful. And then I got Fidelis, another Superwash BFL. And this one's like a deep emerald green, foresty green, and a purple.
How does BFL spin up?
It's one of my favorites. The Superwash BFL.
BFL is your BFF as well.
I do, but I also heart Ram Brûlée. So I knit my mom's hat out of Ram Brûlée that I had spun up, and spinning it wasn't necessarily like a dream or my favorite, but the yarn was just so bouncy and swoosh. I loved it. So I wanted more Ram Brûlée yarn, so of course I got Ram Brûlée fiber. So I got this one in the glooming. So yeah, it looks like glowing.
I think that's that you say glowing. But again, I'm not an expert on pronunciation by any stretch of the imagination.
It's purple. It's very pretty. So that was first draft. And then I got Daisy Knits. And this is a sparkly lace weight. Mainly bought this because she gave us some peaches for the for the giveaways, and I, spent some time with the colorway, and I wanted some. So, peaches is what I bought. And it looks very much like peaches.
Yeah, and Jennifer's just a sweetheart. I wanted to get one of her big sweater bumps. Yeah, but by the time I got over there was so yeah, it's on my monthly purchase list now, but they were primarily pastels that were left over, and I'm not a big pastel sweater person. There are, it's totally valid for other people. It just wasn't for me. So
let's see what else we got in here. This is some more Rambouillet. This one is from Cloud Lover in the Black Reach colorway. Just a pretty blue. I said point out all the Ramboulets to me because I want more. My original Rambouillet that I spun up was Cloud Lover, so I really liked it.
Now Rambouillet, isn't that supposed to be like the French Merino or something like that? Is that like the tagline for Rambouillet? Or?
Yeah, I would think so.
Okay.
To me, it's a little stickier when you're spinning it, but it's very bound. Oh, it's so nice in a yarn.
It's a little sticky, but it might just be because it's really humid here.
It is really humid here. I purchased some more Sun Valley in the intense colorway, so now we have a chance.
Ooh, side by side.
Yeah.
They are different.
They are very different. But I still think they both are
intense.
Amazing, yeah. So this is my Sun Valley in Intense. And this is a very bright blue. Jeanette is going to be dyeing me up some tangerine orangey stuff to go with it. And yeah.
What's it going to be?
I don't know, but I really like. Yeah. But I really like the idea of this with the orange, and they might just be two different pairs of socks that I hold dear to my heart. I don't know, or shawls, but I decided that orange has stayed out of my life for long enough. I need that orange. And then, let's see more. I got some Sparticate dyes, and I got the Liberace base. And this is red, white, blue, and gray.
Ooh.
Festive.
And
I might not get knit up until next July, but it screams 4th of July to me. What colorway was it? Triple Dog Daria, A Christmas Story series. Oh, Triple Dog Daria.
She has such fun names.
Yep.
She was another one that I got over there, and it was like, yes, that I had my eye on her and gone.
Yeah, and
you snooze, you lose, friends.
Yeah, and then there were limited selections, but she had something very similar to this, maybe a little bit more muted, knit up, and I was like, you know what? I think this will go. This will work. I like this. So it'll be different, adding variety to my stash. And I got some GI Punk Gen 716 knit. I forget what color is this. Can I trade in the children for more cash?
It's very bright.
And I'll probably do some socks for my daughter. It is the self-striping hardcore.
HFC.
Yes. So we had a lot of fun with Jenna. Jenna was really fun.
She was. And it was so good. And I've told this story to like 15 million people. So if you're like, yes, Megan, you already said this to me at the retreat. But she was one of the first people to contact us and send us prizes for to give away on the podcast. Yep. Like she was our first wow, this is like starting to feel real. And it just meant so much to have her be at our first retreat as well, right? Like, oh, this is also real. You are a real person.
I apparently bought some charms too, but those were not at our retreat.
At the marketplace.
And
they were bought during our retreat.
Yes. Ooh, I got buttons. First draft, Spartacus, and Meltran Designs.
Pretty Gargoyle had a little bucket of them too.
Oh, I missed them. Bummer.
Yeah.
Bummer, but my last thing is Gritting Gargoyle.
I can make it my first.
Mink, 100% mink. Are you kidding me?
Have you met my friend Mink?
She actually had something knit up in this colorway. I didn't realize it when I picked it out, but she pointed it out afterwards. And that project only was half a skein, so.
Mine's gunmetal.
Yeah, I probably should have went with the.
I like yours. I don't know. You can swap if you want.
No.
I think yours
fun.
is very pretty. Pretty. So this is 650 yards.
Yeah. Should make something very nice.
It's so soft. It's so soft. Mink is so soft. That's all I gotta say about that.
Yeah, I mean, who knows what it's gonna.
Some sort of mink stole.
Mm-hmm.
Sally from Idaho and I are looking for a pattern to knit together. You can join in if you want.
The way you guys knit,
I just want to confirm she is not a robot.
I will. Yes, she's a real person. But Megan can start with hers.
Yes. I got a Java Jenny snap bag, one of her big ones. I can't remember what it's called, like the blah 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 cup.
Oh, okay.
But it also has cups on it, so that's fun. And she always has fun coordinating. So here, let me take out the other stuff that's in the bag. There is these cross hatches and circles, and then the pocket on the inside, and it's got a nice handle. So my other one's kind of small, so I could put something big in this one.
Yeah, I noticed that I didn't buy much bags. Like, looking in here and like, I didn't buy any.
You had your mom's bags.
I know, my mom's bags were there. Maybe that was it. I had like daughter guilt. I couldn't go buy other people's
Cheated on your
bags.
mom in front of.
Yeah, exactly.
I got 2 skeins of the Seta sock, which is merino, 50% merino, 50% silk, 430 yards in the Blue Spruce colorway. Kind of had in my mind I would find something similar to folded, because 860 yards I could make a short sleeve garment out of it. But yes, it's very.
Isn't that much?
Yes, yours is black spruce, but it looks different. This is, I think the silk takes it a little bit different. It's got a sheen, different sheen to it.
Yeah, it's different.
But I will not be knitting a folded, just in case you don't want to be like, we're going bowling. We're going to have the same knitted shirt on. Wouldn't that be quite the bowling adventure?
Knitting bowling shirt.
Yeah. Not that folded looks like a bowling shirt.
No.
And then I sort of fell down at the 716 knit booth.
Oh, you did?
I kind of fell down. So I got a screen printed bag with my zombie green buffalo on it, because 716 is buffalo. Or thereabouts. Yeah, I'm going to save this one for last, because that one has a story to it. I've been digging hardcore the Grello.
Yes, that's
so
cool.
Gray and bright yellow and black, and this colorway 716 is life expectancy of a Spinal Tap drummer. I was very surprised to find this still there.
I know.
Her booth was like 100% busy the whole time. And like at the very end, I went over and I looked and I was like, oh, that's there. And Care Bear with Fangs is there. And it's a self-striping, because I have a variegated in the DK base. But look how fabulous this is going to be as a self-striping. It slays me. It slays me. And then I got this colorway, and it's music video wind and hypno-eyes. I want to say wind, but it's wind. Oh, the English language. And I was like, oh, it's so beautiful, and I bought it, and I walked away, and then I went back by the booth and I spotted it and I was like, that's a BFL base. Is it self-striping? And Jenna's like, yeah. And she's like, you can. So I swapped it out. I got her, it's a new base. It's 716 BFLO, because for buffalo, get it? But it's, it's 80% superwash BFL and 20% nylon. And I love BFL, if you have you not heard? So yeah, I got the exact base with the exact colorway, and I want to cap these on right now. Oh, I love it. I love my self-stripies. And yeah, you wait an hour and you don't get any of the Dancing Dog Dye Works.
No, you wait a half an hour.
Didn't get it.
I love that color.
It is beautiful. It is beautimous.
I gotta knit up what I have at least a little bit before I buy any more.
And then Miss Reggie of Regina's Attic. This is all recycled silk and cashmere. She had it labeled wrong, so I have to remember that it's silk and cashmere. But I really like this color, and I've added up all the yardages. But I could hold it double and make something. I could.
Yeah, that doesn't feel like cotton.
No.
Or
Nope. And oh, cool. Look at nice hand touch, Reggie. She included the sweater's original tag in there, so you could see what you needed to do with it. Oh, it was Ralph Lauren.
And was it?
It's 86% silk and 14% cashmere.
So mostly silk. Nice.
Yeah. And cashmere, yo. So, and you can't see the prices on any of these, but for this sweater quantity of cashmere and silk, really reasonable because it's recycled. So, super excited about that. And then, yeah, my bag is empty. I have other things that will probably sneak in via enabling at a later date.
Yep.
Gifts and such. And so I won't be calling people out directly, but just showing off stuff in general that was very generously given to me by wonderful folks. Yep. And I think that leads right into our retreat.
Okay.
Sort of surreal.
Yes.
Not gonna lie. You guys came here,
yes,
to Rochester, Minnesota. And now I have to live here without you. That's all I'm saying.
I know. I feel like you're walking downtown and you're seeing all the faces and you feel like you should have a bunch of people with badges waving at you from across the plaza.
Yeah.
But it wasn't happening.
Yeah. And so, I mean, Rochester had a lot going on while we were here. They had a symphony while you guys were here. We had a symphony and we had our street fair and we had lots of great food, and I think you saw the best side of Rochester. Mm-hmm. And so I'm really happy that happened. Yeah, I mean, I don't know that I can step through each day, but the hugs were phenomenal.
Yeah.
The people that you just had no idea what they were going to be like or what they were going to look like. Like mm-hmm. you had your expectations here, and they ended up being like up there, right? I was just like, God, these people are awesome. Mm-hmm. Just not a bad one in the bunch. Mm-hmm. I was a very proud zombie. I think that, yeah, it's hard to put into words. Just kind of speechless.
Yeah, so, I think somebody started these people are podcasters and happened to be at the retreat list out in our retreat boards. Go watch their podcast. They'll be better at explaining.
They might give you a better recap than we will. It all went by in a blur. I mean, in the grand tradition of weddings, you plan and plan and plan and plan for months, and then it happens and it's a whirlwind. It's like, it's over.
It was, yeah.
I feel lost without planning for the retreat now. Like, my life is meaningless without planning the retreat. I'm like...
And I'm okay with a break.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm not saying that it isn't nice to take a break. I've kind of, and I put it out there on Instagram today, like, I felt like I've been using the retreat and knitting and as an excuse to, like, running has taken a backseat. Let's just put it that way. So I'm going to start focusing on different things and making my life more well-rounded. Hopefully less well-rounded in other areas. But yeah, it's surreal. It's surreal that I got to meet all of you. And I'm going to try not to cry, but Beagle Mom Knitter told me that what inspired her to come is that when Knit Pearl Girl passed away, they had just been talking about that they were going to meet up, and she had to miss going to Rhinebeck. And, it's just, we will never have that time back, and I'm so glad that I got to spend it with you all. Like, that was an experience of a lifetime, and I'm so glad that those who could make it, and yeah, it was phenomenal.
Yes. Couldn't
have been a better group of people having a great couple of days.
Yes, I agree. It was beyond, beyond, beyond.
Yep. It was an experience of a lifetime.
So thank you to everybody who made it that way. Just bringing your wonderful faces into Minnesota. And yeah, thanks to the Kaler, our wonderful hotel. I had not heard a bad thing yet. We're going to do a survey monkey. So anonymous surveys will be sent out to be able to be filled out about the retreat experience.
And the retreat activities and the retreat location. And just, anything that you want to let us know, because we want to know. We want to be the best that we can be. So we appreciate your honest and open feedback. Don't pull any punches on our behalf.
We might have to just read like one a day or something.
Yeah, if you're all mean to us, we might have to But I'm speechless, and that's odd for me. So it was phenomenal. If I had to pick a favorite part, I don't think that I could.
Right.
My mom already asked me about that. I think it's the number of people that said, I have never been to a retreat. This is my first retreat, and I'm just so very glad that I came. That was, combined with folks that were like, I've been to retreats and I just love this one. It's.
Yep. They're like snowflakes retreats. Each one's different.
Yep.
And they, having been to others, thought that ours was good as well. So.
Yeah. So ours is definitely more of an urban retreat.
Yeah.
We were at a city center. Rochester is big enough that we can have lots of really cool, fun things, but small enough that everything was kind of within walking distance.
Yeah.
There were things that people drove to, and a couple people walked to our LYS, which was like a mile and a half away. But it was Rochester. That was a great location for the type of retreat that we wanted to have. So.
Yep. And we live here.
Yes. So. Excellent. I don't know. We can continue to ramble on. I don't know if you have anything more to say.
I don't have anything specific to say.
Thank you all so very much for making our first retreat experience so rewarding and so fabulous. I'm just so glad, very, very, very glad that I got to spend that time with you all. So.
Bye.
Bye, Yuvta.